What's going on, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Welcome to some Forza Horizon 5, but today I'm on the PS5 version of the game. So this is what it looks like right now. I'm playing it right now as you guys are watching this. I am actually playing Forza Horizon 5 on the PlayStation. As you can see, it is still my name. I'm still DubsMB, but I'm missing a lot of badges, of course. I'm missing a lot of stuff. It just looks like I've restarted the game, which basically I have restarted the game. But this is pretty much the game on console. And in today's video, I'm going to go ahead and I'll show you guys the differences between, let's say, the PC version of the game / Xbox and the PS5 version of the game. And what is it like? Does it play well? Does it handle well? Is it good to play? I think, since I don't really have an Xbox and I play this game on the PC, I have a little bit of a different view on it. So, I'm pretty sure if you go from console to console, so as in like if you have the Xbox Series whatever version of this game and the PlayStation version of the game side by side, they play pretty much identically, I think, because of the console's hardware and all this sort of stuff. So I'm pretty sure they're both going to be very, very similar. But since I play this game on the PC, the way that I play my game is a little bit like different to like what a console plays the game, or how a console plays the game. So I'm able to run the game at 1440p at I think over 120 FPS, and it's maxed out, right? Ray tracing, all the graphics are on extreme, max, whatever you want to say. It's basically maxed out at 1440p, and it plays amazingly. Like, it's such a good game on the PC. Everything's quick and fast, and everything just happens instantly. Like, there's no delay, there's no input lag, there's no nothing, right? Everything just happens, and it looks really, really good. So what is the PlayStation version like? So if you've never, basically, if you don't have a good PC to be able to run Forza on the PC, let's say you have a PS5 and you're maybe thinking about getting this game on the PS5, how does it differ to, let's say, the PC version of the game? Because like I said, I'm pretty sure the Xbox version of the game is probably going to play the exact same as this, so I'm not going to really talk about that. And I'm also going to talk about the differences between the Xbox / PC version to this port, the PlayStation version. So visually, let's talk about it visually. I think it looks really good. This is also on the, if I go over to the old settings here, this is also on the performance version of this game. If I go into the quality version, as you can see, it drops the frame rate to 30 FPS. I'm sorry for people that are subjected to playing 30 FPS, but I really don't want to play it. I'm not even going to change it. It's going to have the, like, my game's going to reboot, and it's gonna look disgusting. It feels like it's so delayed. It honestly feels so slow every time you're trying to do something, because of course there's less images on your screen being shown like per second, literally half of what you're looking at right now. It just makes the game feel really, really choppy and very like laggy in terms of like input lag. Like whatever I'm doing on my controller and then whatever's happening on the screen, it just feels like there's a big delay with both of those. So I don't recommend playing at 30 FPS. Maybe the graphics will look a little bit better. I genuinely didn't really notice that much of a difference. The game is upscaled to 4K. The game does not run, it doesn't look like it's running native 4K. It just doesn't. It genuinely just doesn't look like it's running native 4K. I've been looking at a lot of the details and everything for a lot of the cars and all that sort of stuff, and it just does not look like the game is running in 4K. It definitely looks like there is a little bit of upscaling going on. That doesn't mean that the game doesn't look good, because it's still, you can see a ton of detail. And this is when I'm out. If I go into Forza Vista, you'll probably be able to see even more detail. But there's a tiny, tiny bit. I don't know if you can see it here, but as I'm driving around, photo mode is also like, I think it changes the way the game looks anyway. Like photo mode makes it go into a little bit more detail. But when you're playing the game regularly, it just feels, or it looks like there's a slight little like hint of upscaling going on. I'm not 100% sure if it is. Maybe I'm wrong, right? This is how it looks like. Maybe it is because I am on the performance version of this and not the quality version of it. But I feel like playing the game in 60 FPS is a much better experience than playing the game at 30 FPS. I can't see myself swapping over to playing that at 30 FPS. But the game still looks really good. I think the lighting is still pretty much the same. I think the shadows, the actual, you know, the viewing distance and everything like that, it looks very, very good. You can see a little bit of the render distance. It's a little bit shorter than what I'm used to on the PC. just a little bit. You can see the trees kind of going in and out of focus. You can see the shadows on the trees, like, very noticeably as you get closer, and the details. Like, if I go back and forth to those trees, you can kind of see the way they change their lighting and the shadows and all that sort of stuff, depending on how close I am to them. So, yes, of course there's going to be a little bit of a difference, because, you know, a console's still not as powerful as a good PC. So, that doesn't mean that the game is bad or looks bad or whatever. It still happens on PC as well, so I can't just be like, oh yeah, you know, like it's on PC, it loads the map instantly, you know, one to one. There's no loading on it, because there is, and you'll still be able to see trees in the distance and bushes and all that sort of stuff loading in front of you. So it's not like it's the console that's really the issue here. I feel like it's just the way the game is made to kind of run a little bit better for everybody's system. And it's doing the same thing on the PlayStation. So graphics-wise, I think it's very, very good. I think they've done a really good job graphics-wise. I think the PlayStation does a really good job graphics-wise anyway, to make the game look very, very clean. Now, let's move on to the controller. Now, if you guys don't know, the PlayStation 5 controller, if you have used it on the PC, then that's cool, but I don't know if it works on the PC, but on the PS5, if you have the vibration on in your settings, so if you go over into HUD and gameplay, is it in HUD and gameplay? It's not. I think it's in controls. Is it? Oh, it's here. It's in advanced controls. If you have vibration on this, you actually have the adaptive triggers on your controller. This is something that I only experience obviously with Gran Turismo when I play it on the PS5, and it does actually work in this as well. The brake is so sick. I'm honestly just tempted to just drive around without ABS, because it feels like I can. So if I go off and I do this, I'm still getting used to the buttons, because sometimes you have to press the middle thing, and sometimes you don't. Oh my god, this is so sick. So, like I said, because you have the adaptive triggers, there's no way of me like really showing you unless you know what I'm talking about. When you press the trigger down for your brakes, you can feel it vibrating as if like you're slowing down or you're braking, and then there's like some sort of like a little stop for your triggers, and then makes it harder to press down. It honestly feels so good. Especially, oh man, you can drive this game without ABS, or you can drive the cars without ABS in this game so much easier than on the PC. I feel like you could do some serious stuff with this. Like, I'm barely tapping I'm barely locking the wheels up. And like I said, this is without ABS. It just feels really sick to drive like this. I mean, it's up to preference, really, if you like this or not. But I usually don't like playing with vibration on my controller. I feel like it takes away of my accuracy with the way I'm driving all this stuff. It stemmed from shooters, right? That's how I always looked at it. Like when I was playing shooter games, it was always turn it off completely, because it makes your aim a little bit worse. I don't want my hands to be shaking as I'm aiming and I'm doing stuff, you know. So vibration was always off on controller, and I kind of just got used to it. So I just turned it off in every single game. But this, if you have it on, like I said, you get the adaptive triggers, which is very cool. Now, the next thing I want to show you guys is there are no clubs in this game. So nobody is in a club. Usually, the feature would be here, where you'll be able to see clubs, and you should be able to join a club in Forza Horizon 5. So basically, you'll be able to see if you go into any of the leaderboards on the PC and the Xbox version of the game, since that's the thing for them. If you go into this and you scroll through, you know, all of these filters, it would be near me, global, friends, and club. But there is no club. And as you can see, all of the people that I have on my friends list on the PC, it still moves it over. You still have all of your friends saved over. As you can see, all of these people are on my friends list here, and every single one of them is still saved from the PC version of the game. So you can see pretty much every single person. But as you can see, their clubs are actually just blocked out. You can't actually see the clubs that people are actually in. So here's another thing, the way this works. So all of the online features are pretty much linked. All of your personal save on the game isn't. Okay? It's very strange. Really, really strange the way this works. So, like I said, if I go off and I have a look at this, right, it tells me that my speed that I've done on this speed trap here is 196 miles an hour with the Sesto FE, right? I've never done that. on this. I don't have that on this account. But I have done 3 stars with it. So if I go and I check what are these, what is danger signs, for example, right here, boom, I click this. I don't really have any cars that are able to do this, especially not the Koenigsegg Jesko, as you can see. So if I go off and I check my garage, and I'll show you guys what cars I have, there's the Koenigsegg that I have on this list. So it still shows me the scores that I ended up getting on the PC version of the game / Xbox version of the game. But in this game, I still had to go back and get all of the 3 stars for every single thing all over again. So basically, the local save is completely wiped and it's completely deleted. Even though this is still the same Microsoft account that I've used to sign into this account, basically your local save is deleted and it's basically starting you from scratch. And then there is the online save or the cloud save, which is still saved and it's still there. So all of your online scores, all of your friends, all of that is still saved and it's still linked up to their servers, which is kind of cool to see, to be honest. I actually really like that. I did want like a completely fresh start when I was playing this, and I actually really enjoyed it. I started off from the very beginning. As you can see, I've pretty much got every single fast travel board, so I can fast travel wherever I want. I basically bought the house, which is down here, which lets you fast travel everywhere you want. Like I said, the fast travel boards I pretty much just got because I already got them, you know, on the PC, and I just looked at the map and I found them all over again in this game. So it's not really that much of a difference between that and this. I just kind of went and I did them again, really. But yeah, this is pretty much what it's like. So Horizon Realms is also out. Basically, as you can see, you can view all of these, and you can go and enter each one of these and select and get some sort of skill score or free mode or whatever. Basically, you get to change one of these updates that basically the game had at the time. So this is something that, of course, a lot of the people that are on the PlayStation now, you guys won't be able to experience like we did, you know, with the updates that came out basically monthly for this game. You just don't get that anymore. And I think it also shows with the cars, but you can go back and you can see pretty much all the updates that they've done to the map and all the changes that they've done to the map with Horizon Realms. That's what the big thing is with Horizon Realms. So all of these people can actually go and check that out. What I wanted to see, because I don't think it is, yeah, no, all of the cars are still here, pretty much. All of the cars are still here. I was going to say, I don't know if everybody gets the option to get the car pass cars, but I don't really see it. So if I go into the car packs, obviously you can see all of these, all of the cars or car packs that I own on the PlayStation. I mean, I own all of these on the PC, but I don't own them on the PlayStation. But what I wanted to do, or I wanted to see, is what is it like? So can I go? Is there a way to buy the car packs? Yeah, that's not. I don't think that is a thing in this game to get the car pass. So I'm assuming that maybe some of the cars in this game are actually missing from the PC version of the game, right? I want to assume that, because I don't know if you guys will be able to get them unless you maybe get them through the auction house. I don't know if that's a thing or not, but maybe you could get them from the auction house itself. So, apart from that, there's not really much else going on between this game and the game on the PC / Xbox. It actually feels really nice to play. And yeah, welcome everybody, I guess, to the PS5 version of Forza Horizon 5. If you guys enjoyed today's video, if you want to see more videos like this on the channel, I will check out Horizon Realms as well, so you guys can see what all of that is like. But if you were maybe thinking about getting this game on the PS5, maybe you thought it would have been a worse version or whatever of this game on the PS5 versus the what we ended up getting on the PC / the Xbox version of the game, you're not really missing out. It's actually a very good game on the PS5. It seems pretty much identical with maybe the Xbox version of this game. It's pretty good. I have zero complaints about it. Like I said, it just comes down to the hardware of the system, and you just kind of have to work with it. But it's nice. It plays well. Cars drive well. If you're used to playing games on console, I mean, like, this is pretty much going to be very, very similar to what you were used to. It's nice. Yeah, check out the game. Let me know what you think of it. If you're buying it or if you've bought it already, let me know how you're getting on, how you're progressing. There's basically 1,000 videos or more on the channel of Forza Horizon 5. So if you're kind of struggling with something, there's probably a video on my channel basically showing you how to get it. or checking out some of the cars that have come out with some of the previous car packs. So maybe if you're watching any of these videos on my channel, or if you were thinking of buying a car pack that you found interesting, there's probably a video on my channel checking out all of the cars from the car pack. So yeah, you guys can go probably check that out if you want to do that. So that's pretty much it for me. Thank you for watching, everybody. I hope you enjoyed today's video. I feel like this was maybe like a little bit of a short video, but I just kind of want to talk about it because I feel like some people are gonna ask about the differences between this game and the Xbox/PC version of the game. So there's not really that many, but yeah, you guys can see for yourself anyway. All right, I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.